a pleasure to be part of this ceremony inducting these deserving members of the Wesleyan community into our circle of honor. I think fondly of the days watching Tanner and Connor and Devin compete, and of course I'm humbled by Mr. Young's trust and confidence in turning the baseball program over to me after Coach Shaheen's departure. Today's not only a proud day for Wesleyan, but of course for Wesleyan baseball. As Coach Pritchett mentioned, 2 of our members are also football players, but they're also baseball players. Not too many programs can say that they're inducting 2 members of a state championship team, but not just 1, 3 state championship teams in the same year. Just this week I was addressing the 2016 baseball teams about the responsibility and duty that we and they now have to uphold the good reputation, legacy, and tradition of Wesleyan baseball. It's a reputation, a legacy, and tradition that was built on the backs by the efforts of Coaches Golston and Shaheen, by players like Connor and Devin, those who came before them, and those who have come after them. Connor and Devin are both 3-time state baseball champions and would go on to play high-level college baseball, but their involvement with Wesleyan didn't end with their final high school game. Both worked camp with me and would regularly check in on how the team was doing. Connor even came back this past spring to prepare the team for some left-handed pitching that we would be facing, and Devin spent the summer training the football team for their upcoming season. This shows how invested they are in Wesleyan. Coach Pritchett did a wonderful job of detailing Connor's time here at Wesleyan, but now I have the honor of describing the impact that Devin Stanton has had on the school and on just about everywhere else this young man has been. I'm not sure which scripture verse he chose for his Circle of Honor plaque that will hang in Yancey Gym, but Romans chapter 12, verse 2 would certainly be fitting, where Paul challenges us not to be conformed to this age, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may discern what is the good, pleasing, and perfect will of God. Devin has had a transformative impact on the people and the institutions that he has been around. He began his high school career at Parkview High School before enrolling at Wesleyan as a sophomore in fall of 2007. 3 years and 4 state championships later, Devin was awarded a scholarship to play baseball at Georgia Tech, where he would go on to be selected team captain twice, and where he would also meet his wife. Devin's introduction to Wesleyan began in 2007 with the football season, where his edginess and his toughness combined with his intelligence and his instincts to quickly make him a coach's favorite. Devin would go on to quarterback our defense from his free safety position, but it was Coach Pritchett who reminded me that perhaps going into his junior year, he began to have some misgivings about playing football again, just as his baseball future was developing. After a few conversations, Devin agreed to come out to practice and credited much of his multi-sport participation in football and baseball for furthering his competitive drive, and I'm so glad that he did. I look back at my comments from the senior year football banquet. Yet another kind of player is the kind that serves as an extension of the coaching staff on the field and in the locker room. He is the heart and soul of the team. He learned and has earned the high respect of his teammates and his coaches. His bold and confident play and demands the same of his teammates. He's a tenacious competitor and typically delivers when he says he's going to do something. These words still describe Devin Stanton. Just as in football, for Wesleyan baseball, Devin was a difference maker. On a team of stars, this sophomore fit right in, serving as the rock of our pitching staff when our ace started to experience arm fatigue late into the playoffs. 2009 was the year that Devin took over the pitching staff, compiling a season that would see his name lodged firmly on our record board. And in 2010, perhaps his most dramatic season, as he battled arm soreness of his own, which limited his innings, but yet still amassed a 6-0 record and recorded nearly 2 strikeouts for every inning he pitched, and winning another state championship. So it's his toughness, it's his competitiveness, it's his never-give-up swagger that lingers among today's players. After a couple seasons at Georgia Tech sowing seeds, Devin brought baseball chapel back to his team so that during the long collegiate season, they would have some sort of source and rock that they could rely on. And he has been a driving force behind Georgia Tech organizing a biannual FCA mission trip to the Dominican Republic and other lands. You see, wherever he has gone, whoever he's been around, he has influenced for Christ. He has transformed lives and institutions. And the best news is, he's not done yet. Accompanying Devin tonight are his parents, Judy and Dale Stanton. I'm not sure his wife, Alicia, was able to make it. Yes, okay, right in front of you. And sister Kelsey, also here. Brother Dirk? No? Okay. I did remember Dirk's name, though. So please join me now in congratulating Devin Stanton as our newest member of the Athletics Circle of Life.
Coach, that took me back to some Friday nights where couldn't have a pregame speech without a few tears at least, so glad you still got it. Just glad I made her sing too.
It's getting better.
But thanks, Coach. And I guess I'll start off by saying a short story. My sophomore year, as Coach said, was my first year here. It was spring semester. I had a meeting with Coach Kadori, who's then the Dean of Students, and I said, Devin, I don't think we're going to ask you to come back next year. And right after that, I'm like, well, that's pretty reasonable. I guess this is after my second suspension in about 6 months. Third suspension. But basically, after my parents had a meeting with them, which was right after I still don't know the details of that meeting, they told me he was going to give me a second chance, and I'm grateful for that. I obviously wouldn't be here today, but I don't want to talk about how I made some miraculous comeback or anything, because that just wouldn't be true. But I do want to give credit where it's due. First, I got to thank my teammates, some guys over here. Like Coach Gray said, my junior year, coming back after a sophomore season, sophomore year, that was just, I kind of outcasted myself, I guess. Wesleyan was much different than Part 2. I thought it was sort of a cult. And and I was a rebellious teenager, and that's what I did. I rebelled. I saw myself as an outcast. I was different, and that's basically what I did. But coming back my junior year, which Coach Graves right, I almost didn't play football. Luckily, Coach Pritchard and I had a few conversations, but I'm glad I did. And that was a special season, and I have to thank the upperclassmen, the teammates that I had, for just the way that they worked, the way that they bought into the program. Coach Pritchard was selling something about loving your brothers, loving your teammates, and they bought in, and it was contagious. So I got to thank those guys Ian, Bernard, Connor. I consider you my best friend here. Just the impact that you had on me with the way you went about your business. I thank you for that. And next, I got to thank the coaches. So even though I changed on campus, I can't say that my actions changed off campus. I was a slave to sin. I was stuck in my lifestyle. Unfortunately I did. And I continued that lifestyle into college. And it wasn't until my sophomore year where I guess the Lord really started tugging at me. I started feeling conviction. And I started having these questions like, is this life really satisfying? And that's when I knew I wasn't living a Christian life. I knew I wasn't following Jesus. And it was a point in my life where I felt like I had a decision to make. And throughout that process, I remember thinking about the coaches that I had. I remember thinking about Coach Bridge and you and Mike, and just the way that you guys treated your wives and your kids. They were always around. And I remember thinking, I want that. Coach Kadori, I remember the integrity that you walked in and the wisdom that you had. I remember thinking, I'd like to grow in that so I could pass it on as well. And then Coach Cray, I know Coach Baxter's not here, but just the way that you guys had so much passion about coaching, about the games, the sports that you coach, about us as teammates, and everything. I can see myself doing that too. And so just more than anything you said, the way that you guys lived impacted me and my decision to follow Christ, and it's changed my life, and it will forever. I mean, I wouldn't have my amazing wife here if it weren't for that. She's way too smart for that to follow the guy after the old me, but I wouldn't have the relationship that I have with my parents, the relationship that I have with my sister now, if it weren't for that. So I thank you guys. And I gotta thank my parents, just the way that you guys shaped my perspective. In so many ways, I'll keep it to the athletic realm, but just the way that you taught me how to be an athlete, how to be a teammate. I mean, Dad, you've been in my corner since I started playing sports, and really all I can say is it's been so much fun. You've always had the words to say to push my buttons, to allow me to go out on the field with confidence, with boldness, and with a passion. It's been so fun. So I thank you for that. And Mom, just your leadership skills, really, just you taught me the perspective of, yes, you've been given gifts, you're incredibly talented, you may be the best pitcher on the team, but it doesn't make you the most important. And that you do play team sports, and that the most important thing you can do is not just what you do on the field, but how you can help your teammates. And a lot of that's behind the scenes. So thank you guys for that. Thank you for the sacrifices that you guys made to allow me to come here. I look back at my experience, so glad that I came here. It truly changed my life forever. So thank you.